Okay. So after 1 hour of intense meditation, naturally you will be peaceful and joyful. So today's topic, life after death, will be a very interesting topic. And we'll do it as a sequence. There is so much to understand. There are two categories of people: spiritual people, non-spiritual people. Spiritual people are more interested in life after death. Non-spiritual people are more interested in life before death. When I say spiritual person, I simply mean a meditator. Meditators are interested in life after death. Non-meditators are interested in life before death. If you are a spiritual seeker, if you call yourself a spiritual person, that simply means you are interested in the bigger picture of life. Spirituality is equal to understanding the bigger picture of life. What is birth? Where we are before our entry into the mother's womb. And what is this life? And what is death? What happens after death? And where do we go after death? When you have the basic quest to understand all those things, that means your enlightenment journey has already begun. You are a spiritual person. The very quest to know the truth signifies your journey, your enlightenment journey, the beginning of your enlightenment journey. Not just out of random curiosity, but you have the real quest from your soul. Not a superficial curiosity, but a deep down quest, a longing to know. So, the more you are enlightened, the more you know life after death. And only a person who knows what is life after death can live the life fully, life before death. Can fully live the life before death. Very simple. I repeat, only a person who knows what is life after death can live life totally before death. In other words, can celebrate the life to the fullest. In simple words, death, the very process of death, is not an end. It's not a full stop. It's a comma. Like birth is a joyful affair. Similarly, death is also a joyful affair. Death is only for the body, not for the soul. For the soul, it is just a comma. Like every night we sleep, we go to bed. The next morning we wake up. Similarly, death is just a turning point. In the soul journey, the physical death is just only a turning point where from the physical world you are going to the astral worlds. Now, there are many segments to be understood. I'll take you one by one. and write down as bullet points so that you can integrate at a later stage. So the first point I want you to write is life after death. To understand more about life after death is the essence of spirituality. The more you understand the life after death, the more you know how to live life before death. People ask me, sir, I want to live my life to the fullest. I want to live a happy life. I want to live a meaningful life. I want to live a purposeful life. What should I do? Then I say, then you research life after death. Through your own meditation, through your own swadhyaya, through your own sajjana sangatya. Learn about life after death, then very naturally you know how to live life before death. You can live a peaceful life. You can live a purposeful life. You will live a meaningful life. So the topic life after death is very, 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 very important in the spiritual science, in the spiritual journey. Immediately after the physical death, we enter into the astral worlds. So while we are in the physical body, we are in the physical world. So once we drop the physical body here, so physical body also has etheric body. So physical body and the enveloped layer around the physical body is the energy body, etheric body. So during the time of physical death, we drop the physical body and we drop the energy body also, etheric body also. Then we are in our astral body. So when we are in the astral body, we are in the astral worlds. Like in the dream, in the dreams we are in the astral worlds because the physical body is on the bed in the bedroom. But in the dreams, we go to different places, different cities, and we meet different people. We do many things. In which body? But the physical body is lying on the bed. In which body we are doing all these things? It's the astral body. So, after the physical death, two bodies we leave it here. One, physical body. Number two, etheric body. And then we go to the astral worlds. Now, in the astral worlds, there are two categories: lower astral worlds, higher astral worlds. For the people who have lived only materialistic life, who have lived the life totally materialistically with attachments, money, power, name, fame, they never practiced meditation. Their only focus is on physical aspect of life. For them, only family matters. For them, only property matters. For them, only name and fame matters. So these kind of people, naturally, they go into the lower astral worlds. And for the people who think beyond materialistic, who want to do good to others, they have not yet come into meditation, but they are good-hearted people. They want to do good things. They care for themselves, also they care for others. So this kind of people who are not purely materialistic, while they enjoy all the materialism, but they show some care and affection on others. And they also understand the temporary nature of life. So these kind of people, they go to the higher astral worlds. So the higher astral worlds are sometimes referred to as heaven. The lower astral worlds are referred to as hell. Your state of mind during the time of death determines where you go. If your mind is pure, you go to the higher astral worlds. If your mind is full of attachments, power games, ego, me, mine, selfishness, you are insensitive to others, then you naturally go to lower astral worlds. So in the lower astral worlds, you create your own hell around you. In reality, there is no physical hell. But because of your own negative mind, you create a hell around you. Because in the astral worlds, whatever you think manifests immediately. When you're having negative thoughts, everything around you will be negative. That is why it is called hell. And when you have positive thoughts, when you have beautiful thoughts, then you create a heaven around you. As such, there is no physical hell. As such, there is no physical heaven. But you create your own hell and you create your own heaven according to your thought patterns, emotion patterns. So in the lower astral worlds are full of these kind of vibrations, these kind of frequencies. Like frequency attracts frequency. People of this kind of negative thoughts, negative frequencies, they all gather in the lower astral worlds. And people of higher frequencies, higher vibrations, they gather in the higher astral worlds. And you live a certain amount of time in the astral worlds. Like we live like 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 100 years, we live in the physical body. Similarly, we live a certain amount of time in the astral worlds, in the astral body. It's a very subtle world. It's like physical, there is a lot of solids, rocks, and body is also full of solids. This is physical, but astral worlds are more subtle. If you want to know more about this astral worlds, how these astral worlds are, what kind of surroundings these astral worlds have, you should read theosophical books. Leadbeater, The Astral Plane. The name of the book is The Astral Plane. The author is Leadbeater. So when you read the Theosophical Society books, they have done a lot of extensive research. They sit in meditation and they do astral travel and they go to different worlds and they observe a lot of things and they come back and they write. They've written those books. So when you read this Theosophical Society books, Astral Plane, Devakarmic Plane, you'll understand a lot about life after death. And these people, they are researchers. That means one person will sit in meditation and then another person also will sit in meditation. They will cross-check and they will do a research about it. So these books are, the Theosophical Society books are not based on belief. It's their own experimentation. It's their own research. Wonderful books. When you read those books, you will understand how the mountains look like, how the oceans look like, how the stones around you, how the furnitures will be, how the trees will be, how the gardens will be. You have a pet here in the physical world. What will happen to the pet in the astral world? Will the pet will come along with you after that? All those interesting things you will understand when you read those books. You have to be open-minded. You may not understand everything, but just read and grasp as much as possible and move forward. The more you do meditation, the more you will understand nature. Because these books, the Theosophical Society books, are not the books to understand from the mind space. These are the books to be understood from the soul space. So the more you do meditation, the more naturally you will grasp the things, absorb the things like a sponge. So after the physical worlds, after the physical death, then we go to the astral worlds and we live for some time. And then we go through astral death. So in the astral death, we drop the astral body. Like we have 7 bodies. Okay. Physical body, etheric body, astral body, mental body, causal, and then buddhic and nirvanic. So we have 7 bodies. If you go to the channel, I think I've done a session about the 7 bodies. You can see. So we live for a certain amount of time in the astral worlds. Astral worlds, the astral body relates to the emotions. So you live a certain amount of time, and we also, like we learn lessons here on the earth, we also, go through certain experiences in the astral worlds. And after the astral death, then we go to the causal worlds, causal plane, what we call it as the home of the soul. So it is in the causal plane we have our soul family. The soul family, the soul clans, the soul groups are all in the causal. And all the major religions, they refer to the judgment day, whether it is Christianity or Islam, or even in the Sanatana Dharma, there is this day of reflection. So it happens in the causal world. So the causal world is where, even in Hindu mythology, there is Yamadharmaraja, Yamalokas. So that's in the causal world. So that is where all your accounts will be sorted. A 3D view will be there of your entire life journey on this earth will be reviewed in the causal plane. So when you arrive the causal world, the true home, so that's where you meet your soul friends. And they will ask, how is the journey? Did you enjoy the journey? Because finally you have reached home. So there will be a grand farewell. That not a grand farewell, grand welcome. They will arrange a feast. So there will be a grand welcome. If you have done great things, there is a grand welcome. If you have done very bad things, then there is no welcome there. Great welcome will be given to great people who have done great things. If you are just a normal person who has not done anything great but simply wasted your time in the earth's journey, there is a simple welcome. There will be a smile on the face and they'll say, okay, welcome back. That's all. When you reach the causal world, that is the world of no Maya. The physical world is the world of Maya. The astral world is also the world of Maya. But the causal world is the world of no Maya. That's why it is called Yama Loka. The reverse of Maya is Yama. So the world without illusions. The Yamaloka, or the causal world, or the home of the soul, all are the same. The causal world is the home of our soul. There is no Maya there. So after the initial welcome by your soul family, there in the soul family there is no relations. Here we have a lot of relations. There is no relations. Because you're out of Maya, there is no relations, there is only pure friendship. So we will meet our spirit guides there. Just imagine the spirit guide is nothing but Yamadharmaraja. He's a Dharma Raja. I mean, there is only fairness there. And then they will ask, okay, have you taken enough rest? You're okay, your journey is good, you've taken enough rest. Because after death, you will go through a kind of resting process, because the journey on the earth is very tedious. For any person, whether you are a normal person or a meditator, it doesn't matter. As long as you are in the body, you go through a lot of ups and downs. You go through a lot of pain, you go through a lot of suffering. It's too tiring. So immediately after you vacate the body, there is a resting period where you take rest. Your soul, your energies will be recharged. You'll be back to your full strength. And then after the initial resting period, then the spirit guides will take you into a room, a multi-dimensional room, not 3D, multi-dimensional. It is the room of Akashic records. Okay. So this is the particular moment, what all the major religions refer to as Judgment Day. So there, you will be alone and you will see your own movie. How you entered the mother's womb, how was the birthing process, how you felt inside the mother's womb, how you felt when you were born, and how was your surroundings. So each and every moment of your life, till the last breath, till the last moment of your life, from the first moment till the last moment, until you entered, until you reached back the cosmic world, every moment is recorded. It is referred to as Akashic records. And you will see from the multidimensional view. There will be certain moments you will feel proud about yourself, because this is the loka of no Maya. So you will be in a pure witness space. You are no more emotionally entangled. And because it is multidimensional, you will see from your perspective, you will also see from the other's perspective. For example, you have helped somebody. When you are at the age of 12, you helped somebody who is in trouble. 12 years old, he is about to get some beatings from the teacher. You helped him to learn some certain things so that he avoided the punishment. So you will feel good about yourself, and also you will feel that your friend is also feeling gratitude towards you. So you will feel both from a witness space. You have harmed somebody, so you'll be able to see that you are harming, and also you will be able to see how the other person felt, harmed. You cheated somebody. For some reason you have cheated, because of your emergency situation or because of your greed or whatever, you have cheated somebody. And you will see that scene. And in that scene, you will see from multiple dimensions, multiple perspectives. You will see from other perspective how it feels to be cheated. Like it will be you experiencing both the characters. You hit somebody, so now you will experience the pain of somebody, that the same person hitting you. So you will be in both. So that's why it is a multi-dimensional room. Because whatever you do on the earth plane, you are right from your perspective. You are right from your perspective from the earth plane. Because you think only from your perspective. But from the other perspective, what is the other person going through? How much suffering the other person is going through? How much pain the other person is going through? And because of your actions, it's not only what the other person is going through, and how it impacted the surroundings, how it impacted his family. That also you will experience. Like you cheated somebody, and the other person lost money, and because of that particular incident, how the children suffered, how the family suffered, and what all the suffering they have to go through. And you will be experiencing that pain from that perspective. So then, with this entire movie, watching your own movie, you will come out of the room after you finish. Then your spirit guide, Sarya Mother Maharaja, will ask, how is the movie? then you'll say, it's a very terrible movie. I cannot watch myself. I've done such ugly things, but I'm ignorant, sorry. My mind was not correct. I was in Maya. So give me one more chance. I want to do the right things. So then you'll say, okay, fine, sanction, one more lifetime. But you have to wait in the queue. You have to find the right parents. You have to find the right environment for you to learn the lessons. Because you yourself will realize, you will say, I failed. I failed in many lessons. Because in that world, you will clearly know that you have taken that birth to learn certain lessons. And then you will come back and say, actually, I went to learn some lessons, but I have added more bad karma. Now more lessons has to be learned. Now my baggage has increased. So this time I need your help. So somehow you make me do something that I don't repeat the same mistakes. Like that, you will plead with your spirit guides. Then your spirit guide will say, okay, fine. We will send you some person who will teach you meditation. Only your meditation will help you. Nothing else will help you. But whether you will do or not, it is your karma. If you do meditation, you will not repeat the same mistake. If you don't do meditation, then again, punarapi. There are no punarapi marana. You have to come back again and again, and you have to take birth again and again. You have to enter the mother's womb again and again. You have to go through all the painful suffering of the planet Earth journey. Whether you will increase the baggage or whether you will decrease the baggage, whether you will learn the lessons or not, again, it's all your choice. Everything is choice-based there. So then you'll say, okay, this time I will do my best. So one more lifetime you will plan from the causal world to the physical. Suppose you have done great things. You have done great things in life. Then they will ask, how is the movie? The movie is very nice. What should I do now? You will ask, what should I do now? I'm very happy about my journey. I did my best. I learned all my lessons. I helped so many people. I helped myself and also I helped so many people. I'm proud of myself. So then they'll say, okay, fine. You are free to do whatever you want. They'll give you a free pass. You can go to any lokas you want. You can travel any dimensions you want. Go for a holiday. Go to other dimensions. Enjoy. But when it depends on, see, everything is free will. Nothing is imposed upon you. So the most important point to understand is, in the higher worlds, there is no punishment. There is only learnings. There is no punishment in the higher worlds. There is only learning. It's all based on free will. There is only education there. There is no punishments. And sometimes this person who has done terrible things will say that, I have done terrible things. Is there any compensation? So you have to go back to the earth and settle the karma. Because the karma is done in the earth, so you have to go back to the earth to settle the karma. The earthly karma cannot be settled in the higher worlds. This is the point to understand. You have to come back to the earth to settle the karma. Where you have taken the loan, you have to repay the loan in the same place. Okay. So the earth is a school of learning. The earth is not a school of punishment. From that soul space, from the causal worlds, you will see that the earth is a place of learning, not a place of punishment. So you come to the earth to learn, to settle the things. Another point to note, only brave souls come to the earth. Only brave souls incarnate, will decide to incarnate. 1 out of 100 souls will decide to incarnate. Rest of the 99, they will say, no, we will learn slowly in the higher worlds only. We don't want to come to earth. Only the bravest and the strongest will say, no, I want to go to earth to learn the lessons. It is like this. If you have children, you send them to school. You can teach them at home also. But why do you want to send them to school and colleges and universities? So that they learn more things. It's a great opportunity to go to school. If you are at home, you can learn only from your father and mother. But if you go to school, there is a dedicated teacher. So the school time is a dedicated learning time. So the earth time is a learning time, dedicated learning time. We have teachers here. Every challenge is your teacher. Every moment you learn. Every person is your teacher. From your dog to your cat, to your in-laws, to your wife, to your husband, to your children. Everybody is a teacher here. It's a dedicated place. If you don't go to school, still you can learn, but your learning is not a great learning. But when you go to school, it's a dedicated place. You have dedicated teacher. You have a science teacher, maths teacher, geology teacher, geography teacher, moral science teacher, sports teacher. There are many departments. Specialized teachers are there. So when you come to the earth, there are specialized teachers for you to learn that particular lesson. So who is the specialized teacher for you in the earth? Your karma. Your karma is your specialized teacher. And the karma will act through different relationships, different people. Sometimes this daughter-in-law complains too much on the mother-in-law, not knowing that the mother-in-law is a great teacher. And the daughter-in-law and the mother-in-law, they had an agreement in the higher worlds. Because in the higher worlds, they both are not in Maya. So they will agree that, okay, we both will incarnate at the same time. And you please come to me as mother-in-law and do your best to trouble me so that I can learn unconditional love, so that I can learn patience. So we both will help each other. So these kind of agreements happen in the higher worlds. Another important point to note is, if you want to incarnate on the planet Earth, if you want to be born to a particular family, you cannot be just like that born. You have to have the permission of the parents. Without the permission of the parents, you cannot choose that particular family. Like the parents should give permission. In the higher worlds, they will have permission, mutual agreement. And the children also has to agree to certain things, and the parents also has to agree certain things. Then only they will be born in that family. Similarly, who is supposed to come to you as a brother? Who is supposed to come to you as a sister? Who is supposed to come to you as a boss, as your in-laws? Everything is mutual agreement. Without mutual agreement, two people cannot learn from each other. So these things will be decided. Where you will be born, how you will be born, what kind of challenges you have to go through, what kind of success you need to have, how many successes you need to have, what kind of successes you need to have, in which areas you need to have success, in which areas you need to have failures, what kind of failures. So everything is very meticulously planned, because you have seen your own movie there. And then you ask the spirit guides, what should I do now? You please tell me, what should I do? And because you ask, what should I do for your own soul growth, the spirit guides will plan certain things. So this is the next incarnation you will go through. But if you say, no, it is too much, I don't like this planning, then the spirit guides will change the plan. So no lifetime is imposed upon you. This is one more point to understand. You have to agree. If you don't agree, then they will change the plan. They will change the plan which suits your liking. You might say, oh, this lesson is too much, I don't want to learn immediately. Maybe I will learn after some lifetimes. Now let me take small lessons. Big lessons I will learn later. Let me learn small lessons now. Then the spirit guides will say, it's okay. fine, we will change accordingly. Because if one lesson changes, then the entire situation has to change. Again, new agreements has to be planned for. Until you are satisfied, the next lifetime is not finalized. So until you are totally satisfied with your life design, the future life planning, until you're totally satisfied, nothing is concluded, nothing is finalized. And once you are finalized, then you say, okay, now you are in the waiting room. We will let you know when a suitable mother's womb is available, we'll let you know. So they are in the waiting room. And there is a specialized department there to handle these arrivals and departures. Like here, we have arrivals and departures in the airport. There also there is arrivals and departures. There is a team which takes care of the arrivals after death to receive them. And again, there is a team. It's a highly enlightened team. There is a team which prepares for your departure from there. From the causal world, it is departure. To the physical world, it is arrival. Everything is so meticulously planned. That's why no complaints, no judgments, no comparisons, because you have created your own reality. And who are you complaining about? And no two journeys are same, so no comparison. This is spirituality. You understand the bigger picture of life and you take responsibility. The souls who have a lot of karmic baggage, they have to be born immediately because they have so much baggage. And the souls voluntarily choose to come immediately. They don't wait much time in the causal worlds. They'll immediately find a suitable parents and they will immediately come. But old souls, because they have a lot of good karmas, they have done great thing here. So what they do, they travel from one loka to the other loka, from one dimension to the other dimension, from one star system to the other star system. They enjoy. It is like credit points. When you have a lot of good karmas, you have a lot of credit points to travel intergalactic, interdimensional. And after you finish all your travels, then you come back to your spirit guide and say, okay, I have enjoyed my travels. It's a great learning. It's a great adventure. Wow, amazing. And then you will say, I noticed that I have to master a little more. Yes, I'm enlightened, but I have to be more enlightened. I still have many things to learn. So then you will realize that, okay, fine. I've done meditation. So I've done meditation, I've done great things, but I haven't taught meditation to many people. So still something is pending. So let me go and do the teaching part. So then again, you will be incarnating as a teacher. Just because you have meditated, just because you have enlightened, it doesn't mean that is your final lifetime. From the causal, you have to go to the supracausal worlds. So the soul will come and ask, now I am in the causal world, but I know there is supracausal worlds. I have to go to the supracausal worlds. How should I go to the supracausal worlds? Then you say, okay, go, take one more lifetime and start meditating and start teaching meditation. You help others get enlightened, then you will go to supracausal worlds. So once again, for clarity, there are two astral worlds, lower astral worlds and higher astral worlds. You spend a considerable amount of time in the astral worlds, then you go to the causal worlds. And for the people who have a lot of karmic baggage, which means for the people who have a lot of lessons to learn, you will be born quickly, immediately. but you have done great things. You have not yet done meditation, you have done great things. You helped others, you have sacrificed your life, you have reduced your luxuries, you have reduced your comforts, just you taken care of your needs and you have supported other people. Then you are a great person. So then you will have a lot of credits to travel around and enjoy the higher worlds. Then you will be born according to your choice. If you have a lot of karmic baggage, your choices are very less. You might ask your spirit guides to change the plan once or twice, but you won't be given much choice. It is like this: if you have a very, very good marks, then you can choose the university you want. But if you have got very minimum marks, you have the last rank, then whatever the college or university you got admitted, you have to accept, no choice for you. If you scored well, then you have a choice. If you scored less, then you have to take what is available. So similarly, you have done great things, you have a lot of choices in the higher worlds. You have not done great things, you have no choice again to come back to the earth. Immediately you have to come back. No choice. But if you want to, then you graduated from a great person, then you graduated to a meditative person. You started meditating. Then you enter the supracausal worlds. Again, in the supracausal worlds, there is Tapoloka and Satyaloka, which is like there is Buddhic plane and Nirvanic plane. So when you start doing intense meditation and you have realized yourself, then you enter the Tapolokas. When you have taught meditation to the people around the world, then you enter the Satyalokas. That becomes the final lifetime. So you will come as a teacher from the causal world. You will not come as a teacher, but from the supracausal worlds, you will start coming as a teacher. But when you have taught meditation and spiritual science to the whole world, then when you become a Jagat Guru, then that becomes your final lifetime. Then you go to the supracausal worlds, the Satyalokas. The Satyaloka is a loka where it's a loka of the divine intelligence. It's a loka of the gods. Like you are no more a speck. You have merged into the God consciousness. You are no more Amsatma. You are Purnatma. Amsa means speck. Purna means complete. So there are multiple dimensions you have to understand from. So what I have told you is just more like a easy to understand storyline. So the more you understand life after death, the more you understand that the life before death is very precious, because it is an opportunity for you to learn. Then you will not waste time. You will not waste time judging other people. You will not waste time comparing yourself to another person. You will not waste time criticizing. Your focus is only on your evolution. When your focus is only on your own evolution, that means you become a spiritual person. For the people who have a lot of attachments, sometimes, you might be a meditator, but still you have some attachment to your family members, your mother, your daughter, your husband, or whoever. Normally, the attachment towards husband-wife is very rare case, but normally the attachment is towards the children or parents. So if you have that kind of attachments, then again you will be stuck in the lower astral worlds. It is your own attachment which is you're getting. You will spend longer time in the astral worlds because of your own attachment, until you learn the lesson of detachment. When you're attached to somebody, you are hindering your own process and you also hinder the other person's growth. You become a stumbling block for your own growth and you also become a stumbling block for the other person's growth. the people, majority of the people, you can say 99% of the people, they have fear of death. Now today's topic is life after death, so we'll understand a little more about death. 99% of the people, they have fear of death because of their own ignorance, because they are so much focused on the materialistic things. They are so much focused on the physical. They think this body is real. They think these relationships are real. They think this power is real. I'm born in a king's family, so this kingdom is real. I'm a king, so he's attached to that role. I'm a father, I'm a mother, he's my son, he's my daughter. Attachment to the relationships. I built this home, my whole life, earnings, savings, I put in this house. It is my house, I have to be in this house. So again, attachment to the property, wealth. So whenever you have these kind of attachments, then these people who have attachments, they become earthbound. Earthbound means after vacating the body, they cannot go to the higher worlds. They get stuck in the lower worlds, lower astral worlds. The lower astral worlds is similar to the like the earthly worlds. So they think this is real. Because they think this is real, they're so attached to it. They are stuck here. They cannot go back to the causal worlds. They cannot go back to the true home. So now let us discuss how do we deal with the people who have attachments within our family members. Sometimes we are in the meditative path, spiritual path, but some of our family members are materialistic. So how to deal with those when the people who are very materialistic and the people who are so attached to the physical, when they vacate the body, you should consciously give them a farewell. If you think about them, if you keep crying, then they don't want to go. They want to stay back here only. And they don't have a body, so they become earthbound. But instead, you detach emotionally. Give them a farewell. From your emotional space, from your energy space, give them a farewell. How do you give the farewell? It's very simple. Just tell them, okay, you have lived a great life. Now time to go back to light. And we'll see you there. You have catched an earlier flight. I'll come later on. I'm also flying. My flight is also there. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. See you on the other side. So that is how you emotionally give a farewell. You have to understand that the physical death is a temporary separation. All your loved ones, whoever they are, you will meet them again in the higher worlds. They have catched an early flight and you will be going later on. And you also have to understand that as long as you are emotionally attached, you are not the only person suffering. The other person who has departed is also suffering because he cannot go to the light. He or she cannot go back to the light. So normally, when a person vacates, if a person who is not in meditation, the person who is not in meditation, the person who is not in spiritual science, if he or she vacates the body, let's say, around 13 days, they will be still on the planet Earth. So within these 13 days, you should give them the farewell. It's better to discard their personal things, like the things, whatever they have used. It's better to burn and discard their personal things. So that also helps them to move away. If you keep certain things in their memory, then it becomes difficult for them to move. Sometimes people, they keep a lot of the things as a memory. that is not going to help the other person, the person who has vacated the body, to move forward. So better to discard the things. That's why in the Hindu Sanatana Dharma, the Indian culture, they say to burn, discard all the personal belongings of the person who is vacated the body. The mats and the pillows and the clothes and everything has to be discarded in the first 13 days. So that there is no longing, there is no emotional attachment. So it is a symbolic way of saying, okay, you have lived your life, your journey on earth is completed. Now bye-bye. See, it is naturally painful if our loved ones have departed. It is painful. It is very natural. Your pain is there for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's okay. But more than that, you are grieving. That means you are not a spiritual person because you don't understand death and you don't understand the life after death. Momentary pain is there for everybody. But if you prolong it, then you are not an enlightened person. You are not a spiritual person. You are not helping yourself. You are not helping the departed person also. Very simple understanding. We are all temporary beings. We are all going to vacate this body. Some persons go before, some persons join later. Our true home is the causal home, where we meet all our loved ones as our soul family, as our soul clan. Your mother-in-law who is troubling you here is your best friend in the higher worlds. Your boss who has troubled you so much your entire life is your great friend in the higher worlds. Any person who is troubling you is helping you to learn something. So he is your friend in the other dimension. And you have a choice also. You have a free will. You have a free will here also. If you don't like somebody, move away. Why complain? No complaint. That is the point. You don't like somebody, move away. You have a choice to move away. Staying in the same place and you are complaining, then something is not right. So that's why they say acceptance is the key. So the great understanding, this is the most wonderful understanding you will have. The more you understand life after death, the more the acceptance comes natural. You will accept everybody as they are. Because from this dimension, from the earthly dimension, you will have only your perspective. But from the higher dimension, you will have multiple perspectives. On the judgment day, you will be able to feel you will be able to feel the other person also. So you will have multiple perspectives. When you have multiple perspectives, then the acceptance, the forgiveness is very easy, very simple. Everybody is right from their point of view. That's all. There will be no judgments. Everybody will be right from their perspective. Even if somebody has done something wrong, his karma will teach him. Why are you bothered? Somebody has done really a terrible thing. Why are you bothered? Because his own karma will teach him anyhow. But when you get upset, when you get angry, when you get frustrated, you are punishing yourself for somebody else's mistake. Whenever you get angry, whenever you get frustrated, whenever you are in the non-acceptance mode, whenever you are in the non-forgiving mode, you are punishing yourself for somebody else's mistake. So that becomes your karma. You have to take one more lifetime to learn not to punish yourself. So, my dear friends, we know all those things. Our soul knows all those things. Our soul knows the bigger picture when we enter the causal worlds. The moment you enter the Amaloka, then you are out of all the Maya. But to clear yourself, to help yourself to come out of the Maya, is meditation is the way. Swadhyayam is the way. Sajjana Sangatyam is the way. Guru Sangatyam is the way. You have to remind yourself, you have to help yourself again and again to come out of all the Maya. The physical world is a world of Maya. The astral world is a world of bigger Maya. So, to come out of all the Maya, meditation is a wonderful tool. There is a great Greek philosophy. All the great Greek philosophers like Socrates said a beautiful one-line statement. Still your mind and know thyself. Be still and know thyself. Be still and know thyself. When your mind is still, you will know the truth. Your Atma, yourself, is the truth. That which is eternal is the truth. That which is changing is Maya. Relationships comes and relationships goes, Maya. Money comes and money goes, Maya. Name comes and name goes, Maya. Wealth comes and wealth goes, Maya. Everything comes and goes in the physical world, that is Maya. At the same time, as Gautama Buddha, around 2600 years ago, Gautama Buddha was a light for India. At the same time, Socrates was the light for Greece. At the same time, Confucius was the light for China. So there are enlightened masters in every nation, in every given time in the history. All the teachers, they come and say the same thing, from China, from Confucius to Gautam Buddha to Socrates to the Mayan civilization in South America. It's the same truth. What did Buddha say? Buddha taught anapanasati meditation. Empty the mind. And Socrates spoke about be still and know thyself. And Confucius' teaching is learning to be great. How to let go of all the Maya. When you let go of all the Maya, you become a great person. How to become great? When you're out of Maya, you are a great person. When you take away me and mine, that me and mine is a Maya. I am the king. I am the warrior. I am the husband. I am the wife. All those things are Maya. That me is Maya. I am a CEO. Maya. And mine, it is my empire. It is my business. It is my house. Maya. My body. Maya. This is a temporary body. And you have to leave this body at home. So, we will have this sequence. We'll understand more in detail about death, and also we'll discuss more about, the people. Let us speak little more practical in the coming weeks of, sometimes they really have fear, or sometimes they have the question of whether we need to do certain rituals for the departed ones. If you don't do rituals, what happens? Will there be a pitru-dosha? Will there be, the lineage will get affected? So we'll understand and discuss in little more in the coming weeks. And if you have any questions, you write down. If you ask good questions, then great answers will come. So whatever the questions you might have, you write down, and we'll discuss in the subsequent weeks. We'll do it as a sequence. So the most important point to understand with regarding to the rituals and all those things for the departed people, I'll just give you a small example. The higher can help the lower. The higher can help the lower. The lower cannot help the higher. If you are a 10th class student, you can help a 5th class student to learn certain things. If you are a 5th class student, you cannot teach the 10th class student. The higher can help the lower cannot help the higher. So masters from the astral worlds can help the physical. But the physical people cannot help the people who have already entered the astral worlds. So your rituals are no way going to help them, because we are in the physical world. While you are in the physical world, you can only help the people who are in this world. But when you are from the higher worlds, you can help the higher and also you can help the lower. So these karma kandas and these rituals, they're not going to help the departed person. But it can help to emotionally let go of them. To that extent, it might help. You can energetically say that, okay, I'm giving you a farewell. As a ritual, you are doing it. Actually, these rituals have come for a reason. These rituals have come so that you are energetically and emotionally, you are giving them a farewell. So it helps to that extent. But you don't need to do it. Once you have come into the meditation, once you have come into the path of meditation, then your intent is enough to give a farewell. You don't need to go through that ritual. If you're a non-meditator, then maybe that rituals will help you to heal emotionally. But once you become a meditator, your very thought is enough to be detached, to give them emotional farewell. So you don't need to waste your time, resources, and money. Rather, invest the time and resources into self-realization. So we'll discuss more questions about this. Every day you meditate, because we are meeting once in a week. So it is your responsibility to meditate every day. So meditate every day. We'll see you soon, the next Sunday. And probably this month or next month, we'll plan a sequence, a 10-day sequence, self-transformation sequence 3. We have done one sequence in 2020. We have done another sequence in 21. So we'll do another sequence soon. And I got a lot of response for the people to work for the academy in content writing and video editing. Thank you very much. And also we need a lot of volunteers in the ashram. I'll tell you one story. So we'll conclude this with this story. So I came back to this ashram, I think 4 or 5 days ago. Landed in India and straight came to the ashram. And I found a person. He's a youngster, 22, 23 years. He finished his diploma and some basic bachelor education in technical. And then he was working for a Korean company as a supervisor. He worked for 1 year. And then he quit his job and he's come to the ashram. And he said, I want to do service for 1 year. I want to do intense meditation. And I want to do intense Vadhyaya. And I want to be in the path of service for 1 year. So I've resigned my job and I've come here for 1 year. He's a youngster, 22 years old. I said, did your family and parents and everybody okay with it? Yes, I got all their permission and you can call them. And because this person was having this request to the parents for a long time that I want to take a break and I want to know what is life. So finally the parents have given him the permission. So then I asked him, okay, what was your motivation? So then he said, like, okay, in my company I've been watching my managers, my super managers, my CEOs and directors, they all have good money, good position, everything, but there is no happiness in their life. So I'm also not having happiness. And if I continue this job, I will earn more money, but I will end up without being happy in my life. And also now I'm 23. I'm planning to get married in 26. I have only 3 years time left. So before 3 years, I want to have clarity about my life. I want to know who am I. I want to know what is my life purpose. So with the clarity only, I want to get married. I don't want to get married in confusion. So in 3 years time, he wants to get married. And he's planning now to get clarity so that he can have a happy married life. And he has given a 1 year break. And I asked him, okay, how are you going to, okay, in ashram we'll have accommodation, we'll give you food and everything, but what about your other expenses? He said, I already planned for it. I've saved 1 year of my work and that is enough for me. So now I'm here to, I want to do at least 5 to 6 hours of meditation and another 5 to 6 hours of swadhyayam. And the rest of the time I'll do service. Whatever the work in the ashram, I'll do. I said, okay, fine, fantastic, great. So he got inspired to know himself first and live the life king size. And he said, okay, I've seen your videos and, I got inspired to live the life king size. So I felt very happy that it is worth investing this much time and energy and effort building this ashram. Because there's a lot of cases outside, there are a lot of suicides happening. Young children are committing suicides because they are so totally disturbed with the mobiles and with the technology and with a lot of negativity, distraction. There's a lot of suicides. And also there is a study I have heard that Mumbai has one of the highest suicidal rates among students, college students. A lot of youngsters, the people who are born after 2012, they are very high vibrational frequency people. If they are not shown the right path, if they are not in the right guidance, then they get frustrated too quickly. Then they don't want to stay in this body and they commit suicides. And again, committing suicide is definitely a no. I'll speak about suicides in the coming week. When we are speaking about death, any kind of death is okay because it is all planned by the soul except suicide. Suicide is a great failure in the soul's evolution. And you will have to pay a huge price when you commit a suicide because you're going against the nature, you're going against the creation, you're going against the God will. So you have to pay a heavy price. So I feel so happy that the youngsters are coming and meditating and they are very crystal clear that they want to know their life purpose first and they want to live a full life, enjoy their life. So more opportunities are there in the ashram. We need a lot of people in the ashram is not built to be a resort. No, the ashram is built for everybody. So whoever is guided to take a break, whether it can be a 1 month break or a 6 months break, whether you can even if you're a housewife, you can take a 1 week break. Just take a break, come to the ashram and meditate. We have built 3 pyramids, not 1. We have built 3 pyramids. And we have a huge library and it's a 20 acres campus, a lot of trees, a lot of birds. You have peacocks coming at 5 a.m. in the morning. You have owls in the night and peacocks in the early morning. So come and help yourself. And there's a lot of volunteering options. We need a lot of people who have creative minds, who can help to make this ashram a little more beautiful. So this is an open invitation for all the people to come and volunteer and also help yourself. And also if you know any relatives, any friends, any workers, colleagues, they are not happy in their life, bring them for a small break. So that also will be a great service towards them. So on this note, thank you very much. See you next week. Namaste.